work on different platforms. So we're going to talk about how we set up these input action and context.
Okay,
and look
so
at how
today,
they work and how we can make our own.
hold on. Okay, so today I'm trying to figure out how to turn my ship's wheel and rudder smoothly and have them recenter so I can steer the ship or the boat or whatever vessel, because I'm going to build this one and then I'll use these animations and inputs and everything else to drive everything else that I do in the game. And I've been goofing around with it for a couple of days now, and I'm tired of tearing my hair out. So I'm going to start reading directions. So here we go.
Our own projects. So if you were to go to your project settings in 5.1 and go down to input, you'll notice you now got a warning at the top of the screen saying access and action mappings are now basically not being used anymore. So what you'll now find is down here in the same section, you will find default player input class is now set to enhanced player input.
Let me double check that. No, wrong one. There we go. Edit, project settings. Enhanced input. Okay. Okay. Right? All right. Nope.
And input.
Wait, where is that? Where's that setting? It's
Default player input.
hold on. Why is it so quiet? Why does this thing keep turning my volume down?
Class is now set to enhanced player input.
Default classes. Oh, I can speak English now. Right? Is that what he searched for? Engine input. Why? Well, here, I'm just going to go here. Put that away. Engine input. There we go. Now, it's all deprecated. These are some of them I've added, but input. Enable legacy input scales. Filter input. So maybe they've already even taken that checkbox out to use the setting. Oh no, here it is. Default classes. Default player input class. Input component. Okay. Right? Okay.
And input component class is the enhanced input component.
Yeah.
So this means you can use the new enhanced input action system.
All right.
Now the way you define this is pretty simple really. Now if in your folders, in your third person template brand new 5.1 project, you'll see an example of this in input folders.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically inputs are set up into two different file types. You've got the content.
Let me find them, get them loaded up. Okay, let's get this out of the way. You know what? Let me put that here so I keep those. Can you just get? Okay. Ship wheel. Close. Content. So look right here. Let's go here. Input. I would like to know which folder that's in. Blueprints, controls. Blueprints, controls. Okay. All right.
Text, which is this yellow one.
IMC default.
And you've got the actions, which are these light blue ones, these cyan ones. And if you want to think about it in terms of the old system, the light blue refer to the actual inputs themselves, so the actual names of the inputs and what mappings they have. And the context is sort of the collection of them
say that again.
in terms of the old, which are these light blue ones, these cyan ones. And if you want to think about it in terms of the old system, the light blue refer to the actual inputs themselves, so the actual names of the inputs and what mappings they have. And the context is sort of the collection of them being used for different platforms and how they're defined there.
Okay.
So let's talk about how this works. Let's go into each action and take a look. So let's go into move here. In the move, you just define what it's called, obviously, and then you can put a description if you like. You can then define what if it's consumed, whether it triggers when it's paused, similar settings that you've had before in the old system. You also set up the value type. Now the value type is important because this determines what kind of value it's going to output, whether it's going to be a boolean, a float, or a vector 2D. Being a move input, this will be a vector 2D, so that's all good. So once you've got an input action, you can then assign it to a context, which are these yellow ones here.
And I have that. Close that. The context is here. And I've already created some based on other tutorials and haven't had any luck yet, but hopefully this will help.
Let's open the context and take a look at our mappings here. And you can see here the mappings have been added to our context. If I expand open our move, you can see that
I'm going to go ahead and open up my custom inputs, which are here. What I want is ship turn. I want to get that working. Okay. All right.
the different inputs that it would accept.
And in fact, I want to go back to ship turn and make that a vector 2D. Save.
For this movement. This includes all of the keyboard input keys and gamepad input keys. You put them all here and define them all here.
Okay. What is this? Wow, nice quality. Wait a minute. What the heck happened to my quality here? I can't see a thing.
You go to add this into your game. You go over to your player character. And you'll see on begin play, in their controller, they are setting up
Yeah, I have
enhanced input local player
set up somewhere.
subsystem and adding the mapping context. So
Hold on a minute.
see
Wait a minute, dude.
see on big
Right there. Right, event begin play.
input action, IA look, IA move, and IA jump. And all the values we ever want are coming from here. Now this may look confusing and strange if you're used to the old system, but no need to fret because basically it's combining a lot of useful features into one. So we can call it when it's triggered. So move in this case is called when triggered. See that working on here. You can tell when it's been started, so it could be basically triggered means it'll process, and the started is also the same sort of thing basically. once. Okay, triggered can occur afterwards. Well, it's the end of its basically release of the key. So
I wonder if that's why my keep
we
going.
constantly want to check the movement rate, and that's going through triggered here. And we're reading the action values in X and Y and plugging them into our add movement inputs. Yeah, like we used to do before on the old input set system. Now, if I go down to jump, you can see the jump is using triggered for jumping. Oh yeah, at the start. But when we complete it, we take the stop jumping. So again, it's like the release key. And you can see here, look, is using a similar sort of thing for our yaw. So a lot cleaner setup. But it also gives the options to do things like hold down keys, for example. IA, crouch. And we go into my mapping. And all of this is okay. And the value type for crouch will be a Boolean. Okay, I'm either going to push it or I'm not going to push it. I don't care about being a float or vector DD, just go into our input folder. And I'll make a new action input. So I'm going to right click and go to our input section. And I'm going to go over to input action. And in here, we're going to go IA, crouch. And we go into my mapping. And all of this is okay. And the value type for crouch will be a Boolean. Okay, I'm either going to push it or I'm not going to push it. I don't care about being a float or vector DD, just either off or on. That's all good. I can leave it like that. I then want to add this crouch to my context. So let's open up the context, add the new mapping, and choose my crouch from the drop down. I can now set up the different keys I can have. And as you can see here, you can add modifiers too. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to add left shift to do the crouch. And save that. Now if I go over to my third person character, I'm going to search for my IA crouch. And you'll see in here, enhance action event crouch. And then all I have to do is on triggered, call crouch. Like so. Don't forget, we also need to make sure our character movement here is set up to receive crouch inputs. And we're going to tick can crouch. Now if I want it to uncrouch, I'm going to do it when it's released. So I'm going to go down to completed and do uncrouch. And we are done. Compile. And we're good to go. So now we're going to have a toggle that when we let go of the key, uncrouches. Now my character does not have the animation for this, but we should see the camera go down to represent that crouch happening. Okay. Now let's say I want to change this now to a hold. So I have to hold down the key in order for the crouch to happen. So what we do is we go into our input action crouch.
That is sort of what I want to do.
And in there, you'll see trigger. And we go to triggers, add new triggers. And in here, you've got some pre-built triggers for us. We've got corded actions, combos, down, hold, or release, press, pulse, release, tap. We want to use hold. Click on hold. And expand open the options again. And you can determine how long you can hold the button down for in order for this to work. I want to change this now to a hold. So I have to hold down the key in order for the crouch to happen.
That's, so I think, what I want to happen for my turning. And this, I don't know how to put it. I want all of that in one thing, but I'm not able to figure that out. I can't get my head around it. So let me just do... see, I have this crouch, but can you put these both into here? Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to try ship turn left, ship turn right. I'm just going to put them on triggered. Break this. I'm just going to mess around with this as I watch this tutorial. We'll see if that works. And completed. completed. Okay, so compile, save. I want to look at this right now and see wow, save. I just want to see what I have so far. Is that doing anything different? But I think I want to use what he's talking about, where you have to hold it down. Because what I want is for you to hold the wheel down. See, it moves. But right now I just tap the wheel, and it goes to the right or the left. But I want to do it, and then it stops working the way I have it set up. Okay. But I'm going to go back. Let me go back to. This is move.
Our character crouch.
Okay, so crouch. Yeah, I want to watch. I'm going to set up left and
we go
right.
into my.
Let me make sure. So this is GBS ship turn left. So I want the character where I have those. GBS ship turn left, ship turn center, ship turn right. Okay. And they are, well, I don't know. I still don't understand what I'm doing. I'm just mashing keys. But character inputs. Okay, ship turn isn't doing any good for me. So ship turn left and right. And what did he do? How did he set them? Was it a, well, he had it as a Boolean, right? Number pad 4, number pad 6. All right, let's keep watching.
Mapping.
Hold on. Crouch, he has as a Boolean. But move was... So let me get these two inputs. I want GBS ship turn left and ship turn right. Ship turn left and ship turn right. I've got them both as Booleans, but they should be vector 2D, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe it'll work. Probably won't, but that's okay. This is why it takes me days to do this, because I'm like, well, try it this way. Maybe that's not the best way. But I don't want to crouch. I just want to turn the wheel.
And all of this is okay. And the value type for crouch will be a Boolean. Okay, I'm either going to push it or I'm not going to push it. I don't care
Oh, well.
about being a float or vector 2D, just...
Well, how about that? Make it a Boolean. You know what? These should. I'm going to make these Boolean because what I want is just to hold the key down. I don't care that this puts. As long as that's held down, maybe I'll put it in some. Later, how much it should turn. But as long as it's held down, you turn a certain amount. Let me try it this way. I'll just try to hew closely to his line.
That's all good. I can leave it like that.
Okay.
I then want to add this crouch to my context. So let's open up the context, add the new mapping, and choose my crouch from the drop down.
Okay, and then in context, I have character inputs. I have those in here already.
I can now set up the different keys I can have. And as you can see here, you can add modifiers too. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to add left shift to do the crouch. And save that.
Okay, I've got my keys set.
Now if I go over to my third person character, I'm going to search for my IA crouch. And you'll see in here, enhance action event crouch. And then all I have to do...
Hold on, didn't he already do that? Oh, well, that is
on triggered called crouch.
Yeah, but, well, that's a different thing, right?
Like so.
Yeah,
Don't forget, we also need to make sure our character movement here is set up to receive crouch inputs. And we're going to tick can crouch.
that's not really... What I need is this... Well, ship wheel is what we're doing, right? So... See, he's got, like, crouch is a different thing. This is where it falls apart for me and where I get confused because I'm not doing crouch. I don't have that set up. So, like, there's this big gap in, well, that's not what I'm after. I'm trying to do something else. Let me compile, save. Let me just see what this looks like. Does it do anything when I turn left or turn right? Let's find out. Yeah, see, it's still not making it hold it, and it's, all right. Okay.
Now, if I want it to uncrouch, I'm doing it when it's released. So I'm going to go down to completed and do uncrouch.
Like, where do you get this? Is this just a function that he
we are
made?
done.
Because then why do I have all this extra crap in here? This is my big question. Like, why? What's all this? Like, why do I need that? Is it because it's using a custom interface? How about this? Why don't I just put, tell you what, let me just try this. Ship turn, break node links, just print text. In character blueprint, make this bright orange. Okay, so if it's triggered, like, I don't know what all this stuff is. Get out of here. I don't know what all this stuff is for. Like, why do I need all this stuff? Oh, I know why. Because somehow I have it set up, and I don't even know how, to use that box collision. But compile. So now when I hit right, it should print that in orange, right? Play. So I'm going to try it out here. Yeah, see, okay, it doesn't even require the box, but when I hit left, nothing happens until I move into the box. Now if I hit left, see, it prints left and it rotates the wheel left. So, but it is, okay, so I need that stuff. So that stuff is just determining that it's a test object. Like, why is that? So this for each loop with a break. You know what? Let me break this. Break node links. Why don't I just get this out of the way? Now, so this, when it's triggered, it goes into here. I don't need that. So now it should do compile. Now, can I also run completed into that? Compile. Save. I don't know if that's going to work, but, you know, we'll try it. Ship turn center. See, I was hoping to get it all, like, in one thing, but it doesn't seem to want to do that. But all this is doing is determining that it's in there. Now let me try it, see what works. Hi, honey. Come here. Good girl. How you doing? Are you here to help? Yeah, good. All right. So now I, you know, hit left and right, nothing happens. I move forward into the box and I hit left and it goes left. I hit right and it goes right. I hit left and it goes back, and then it's stuck, but that's just because I haven't set that all up. But it's still not requiring me to hold the key. So let's keep going with the tutorial.
Pile, and we're good to go. So now we're going to have a toggle that when we let go of the key, uncrouches. Now my character does not have the animation for this.
See, I don't have it set up. That's the problem. I don't have it set up to go. What needs to happen? I don't know how to. Do I have to do that in this part? Like, do I put the rest of that code? I thought that I would put that in the sloop or in the ship's wheel or where, you know, wherever. This is eventually going into the sloop. This is, I just have it here to test it easily. But like, how do I tell in the event? Ship turn left. Get off of here. I don't need to mess with those. What I want is when I let go of that key, I want it to do something else in there, but I don't see an option to do that. Like right here, all I have is this one output. I mean, how do I mean, there's no, I can't put this running out to two things. It only goes to one. How do I tell this code, hey, when you unpress it, you know, or when you if you press it left, it goes, but if you let go, it goes back to the middle. How do I do that? I don't friggin' know. Oh, you know what? You see, and I don't know how to, oh, I guess. I could do it backwards from the way I get the wind, I suppose. Like I could take that into the game state and then have the ship's wheel rotation read inside the character. I don't know. This seems awfully complicated.
Camera go down, they represent that crouch happening.
That's what I want to happen, but
okay.
Yeah, but I don't
Now
get it.
let's say I want to change this now to a hold, so I have to hold down the key in order for the crouch to happen. So what we do is we go into our input action crouch.
I don't want it to be a timed hold. I've seen several tutorials on that. Like here's how you hold it for 3 seconds and then the door opens. I don't want that. I want it as you're holding it, it rotates, and then as soon as you stop, it stops rotating.
And in there you'll see trigger, and we go to triggers, add new triggers, and in here you've got some pre-built triggers for us. We've got corded actions, combos, down, hold, on release, press, pulse, release, tap. We want to use hold. Click on hold, and I'll expand open the options again, and you can determine how long you can hold the button down for in order for this to work. I'm going to leave it as 1 second, and hit save, and let's go ahead and push play now. So without doing any extra coding, if I hold down shift now, it's to take 1 second for that crouch to happen.
I don't want that.
Go. 1 second again. Crouch. Go. So it's super simple to get a hold in place for any key.
I just want it as soon as you let go of the damn key, it goes in there, but I don't have that option on this event. All I have, unless I could, like, how do I create a create event? Maybe that's what it is. Like when you release it, event, this is completed, right? I need to create, well, how about that? How about ship turn right? And then ship turn right. So maybe I need 2 messages. I need one that's ship turn right, and I need one that's ship turn right completed. I think that might be it, right? Like it'll be an event, because where's the wheel? Right, it's going to be one of these events. Event GPS ship turn left. Let me go to where's that list of other ones? It's not going to be here. No. Let me try that though. Content drawer, input, controls. Character inputs. That's IA. I don't want that. It'll be back up here in input. So interact interface, I think. So let me try this. Let me add one. a new function called DBS ship turn left. Yeah, I know. Completed. And then one called, what the heck? Why don't you, no? Can I add a function? And we'll call it, yeah, ship turn right, completed. And then I can have a separate event. I just want to see if it makes it possible to introduce this. I may still have to go back and backfill with all the other stuff that goes there, but ship wheel, right? So there's, hello. Can I right click and get something to happen here? Ship turn. Look at that. So there's an event. Now this is probably really inefficient in some way, but turn right completed. But now maybe I can get it to here, there, there. Copy paste. Right completed. Copy paste. Completed. Okay. So let's just try this. I'll just see if I can print this and compile, save. Probably need, well, I guess I have those, right? Yeah, let me get this out of the way. This is not useful right now. And I'm not going to be able to watch this trial. Let me just see if that works. Like, I don't know. Here, let's compile, save. So let me just see if it will give me a notification that these are completed. Don't know. Probably not, because I don't know what it's completed. Let me try this. Ship turn right. Oh, let me move these down out of the. I almost want to just delete this, but so here's right. Let me get left. Okay, so we got left and right. There, just keep them together. So let's put this all, there's ship turn left. Okay, now let me just copy paste. Let's put these here. And then what I want here is actually okay, so now the array element goes into there and into there. The branch goes into there. This gets deleted. And this goes back to the break, right? So that goes there. This goes up here, and that goes there. there. Out of my way. I definitely don't know what I'm doing, but maybe this, sometimes it accidentally works. I figure once I get this sort of working, then I start learning more about it, and eventually I'm able to refine it and copy paste. And if it does sort of work, then maybe I'll find a better way to do it later. But for now, this should do it. So instead of this, break this. Let's go here. Right, so we're running a different operation. If that gets completed, then we do something different. And what we're doing different here is, I mean, I still wanted to know that, okay, you're still in the, at the wheel, but you're not, so the array element comes down to here. The branch goes here. This goes to the break. I can delete that. This goes up there. Oh, now also break this, run this into here, compile, save. Now let's go to the wheel. Okay, left completed. Let's go ahead and change this to orange. I like orange. It's a nice color. I don't need a log. Don't need a log. Okay, so right. Let's just put these out here and I can work on them. Right, don't need a log. Here, let's get a nice, there, we'll make it green. Why not? Okay, and it's a log. Okay. So now, actually, right now, all I need to know is that it shows when I let go of that key. That's really all I want to do at the moment. So let's try that. Save all. Play. And I'm starting to understand how it could be powerful because those functions could actually contain code. So hold left completed. I can hold left and then left completed. I can tap right, or I can hold right and then right completed. Okay, I'm starting to get there. So now I think what I want to do is get whatever. So right should go to 0. I want to rotate. I want to set a rotation on the wheel, but then as soon as the event right completed is triggered, I want it to recenter. I want it to interpolate back to 0. I don't know how to do that yet, but I think we've just made an advancement here. Huzzah! Okay, so and I don't want it to go, like I want it to just go from whatever this is. Should I reverse? It wouldn't be that simple, would it? I mean, what I really want is set relative rotation to 0. Copy. Let's just try that. Let's keep it real simple. Like there. Let's just do this. Let's just go straight into here. We'll just set it at 0. Right completed. We'll just go right to 0. Right, so this way we can turn left. This way we can turn right. As soon as you let off, it goes to 0. Let's see what that does. Now what I want is for it to go smoothly back to 0 from wherever it is, but we'll refine it as we go. I'll save all. Let's see what happens. Hope this works. Okay, so hold left, let go. No, hold right, let go. See, it wants to run the whole way. I don't want that. What I want is as soon as, how do I interrupt the animation? I want it to stop wherever it is. How do I stop? As soon as I let off, oh, look at that. Why not this? Let's do this. Stop. Right? So as soon as left is completed, you stop the animation. As soon as right is completed, you stop the animation. Let me get this out of the way again. I mean, maybe, right? So we play or we stop. Compile. There. File. Save all. I mean, I really just want it so you turn the wheel and it feels natural, and you know, left and right, you can steer. So hold left and right apart, but I'm sort of there. So let me just watch the boats for a minute. I've got to step away from the machine here.